In this video, I am going to explain you step by step how to make professional graphical user interface GUI using Python and how to distribute it as exe. So essentially, how will you convert your GUI code into an exe file? So let me first of all show you what do I mean by professional looking GUI. So you need to understand by default when I am making in Python this kind of GUI is coming, which still does the job, like you put the amount as 10, 100, rate say 10, and let's say year as 3 years. It gives you compound interest, but then it is just ordinary looking. Now take a look how does professional looking GUI will look like. So this is a professional looking GUI. So here you put detail, let's say you put 4 here, you calculate, it comes here 46. You change amount, it again it's working fine, but it is much more clear, much more visible, and you feel like working. So given the choice that if I tell you that you have to work on this or this one, definitely you'll prefer this one. So this GUI is more colorful and more organized, it looks more professional. So the whole purpose of this particular video is that I'm going to explain you how to make a professional looking GUI, and also how will you distribute, how will you make a exe file kind of this, so that you can just give this kind of exe file for people. The moment they will click in, they will get this kind of thing and they will start operating. So how will you make exe file from GUI, from the code? Secondly, I'm going to explain you how to make a label and format label. So if you need, just understand this way, that this is an example of label and this is an example of formatted label, where the label is bold, it is, the background is yellow, and also there is a border here. And also if you take a look, all three are looking slightly different. So I'll explain you what are the different style of the label that is possible. Here if you say the label is coming like a solid line, then I'll explain you how to make entry boxes. So these are the entry boxes. So if you take a look, these are the entry boxes, all three are entry boxes. And how will you format what is coming inside? So if you take a look here, it is inside is coming bold, blue, and it is much more visible. Also, how will you provide default value? So essentially when you will start, whatever comes by default, that's the default value. So just take a look, I'm clicking on this, it will take some time, but it should come. So whatever is coming by default, that's the default value. And how does it help? It helps people to understand what kind of value is expected in these input boxes. Then I'm going to explain you how to make a button and format it and attach an action. So if you take a look, what is happening here, this is a button. When you click on, it runs a function. So how to attach a function, and also it is formatted. It is not looking just like this. So this is like almost unformatted one. Here it is formatted one, where it is black, within that it is white, and when you click on, some action happens. So I'm going to explain you how to make a button, format it, and attach an action. Also, whatever the user is inserting here, how do you read that inside the command and then use it and display the output accordingly? So how do you take this entry into the program and throw output back? Then how will you put labels, text, button clearly using grid, row and column? And essentially I'm going to talk about how does the grid look like. So essentially if you take a look how it is coming out, how we are making it nice, because we are really using the grid understanding quite well, and that's why it has come out nice. One more thing I'll say, that I couldn't really put things in much better way. So essentially I have used some empty labels here, and that's why the spaces has come in between, and I'll show you how I've used it. And at the end I'll also show you how to make exe from the Python code. So first of all, you need to understand this whole area is actually like, you can say it's like a 3 column. It's column 0, column 1, column 2, and these are like row 0, row 1, like that. This is how it is coming. So essentially this whole thing looks like this. So essentially you have row 0, 1, 2, 3, and similarly you have columns like column 0, column 1, column 2 kind of. Here these are the three things that you are seeing here, right? Now one more thing you need to understand, by default Python has a way by which, due to which it actually, if you are putting just even if you are putting grid say 1 and then put 3, it actually removes it and puts it side by side, and I'll show you that. And that's where the, I should say, the blank label comes handy, otherwise I was not able to format it clearly. So now let me show you how this thing has been made step by step, and then I'll also explain you that to take care of the situation. So first of all, let me close this particular GUI. Also let me close this exe file and now directly show you in the Python file how does it look like. So essentially tkinter is the library using which you make the graphical user interface, and I have imported tkinter. And then let me first show you how it has been done a lot of things. So first thing is the root window. See, tkinter.tk gives you the root, and this geometry 800 into 350 sets this library. So essentially when I run it, the first thing that comes here, this is the 800 is the width and 350 is the height. That's what is coming because of this particular line, right? Then I'm putting title equal to compound interest calculator, and that's what is coming here. This is the title. And then root.configure background equal to white is making it white, otherwise by default it comes gray. Then these are this one is label, all these are actually labels only. If you look at, there are actually 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 labels here, and all these labels tells you like what is this program all about or what values are supposed to be entered. So here it is telling you this program calculates compound interest. You can take a look, the background is red, foreground is white. This is the text that I have written, and I have written Vardhana 10 volt, and take a look, border width is 3. That's what is making it kind of bold line. And here I put relief equal to solid. Relief actually gives you the border style, and there are multiple style of border is possible, like flat, ridge, sunken, ridge. I'll show you some of them. So if you take a look, tkinter, this is the blank, this is the blank, and that's why the space has come between this and this. And here I have put row equal to 1 and column 0. So essentially here I have put a small label here. Then I'm putting second one, and this white is also very important. If I do not put it white, what will happen? The by default gray will come, and then it will look it won't look nice. Let me just show it to you. So let me close this, and if I run it this time, just say a gray label, a gray box will appear here. Let me just see here once again. Sorry, here the background is still white, that's why it is not coming. If I delete it here, and then if I run it, right, now you will see a grid will come, which is, you are seeing here a grid kind of thing is coming. So that makes it ugly, and that's where you have to put it back. Let me just put it back here, white. And that's why this blank text, and because the background is white, it actually makes it as if like nothing is there. But otherwise there is actually a label here, and that's what is putting space between this and this. If you do not put, and even if you try to change, let's say this line and put grid equal to 1, it actually doesn't work. It just, if there is grid 2 if you're putting and you do not put this line, let me just show it to you. So if you comment this line and now you try to put this at grid 2, it actually shrinks automatically. So what will happen? Just take a look, it has shrunk even though you put grid equal to 2. So you need to understand, unless you put a blank label, at least I couldn't figure out a nicer way of doing this, and that's why I'm just sharing with you some of the thing that I used for my rescue. Like, so I'm using empty labels as my rescue. So the moment I put the empty label, it started giving good formatting. So now you take a look, it's good formatting, and I put background equal to the same color, that's why it looks like smooth. So similarly I have put all these, and these are the three kind of border style that you see here. So let me just show you. So one is relief, so it is like a light color. This is groove. The second one is, so first one is actually groove, the second one is the ridge, that's what you are seeing, and when you put the third one is actually like raised. So if you take a look, it comes like little as if it is raised from this portion. Now let me show you how I have done the formatting of these text boxes. So these are called label and these are called entry boxes. So entry boxes is here tk.entry, and by default you are just supposed to be putting root and that it works. So if you essentially look at in the not so formatted code, what you will realize here, it is just getting put as tk entry root. But if you take a look what we have done for the formatting, here I put border 3, foreground equal to blue, font equal to Verdana 10. So what it does, it actually puts this as a thick border, it has put text inside as Verdana, and this foreground is blue. One more thing has been done here, to show the default value amount, this is the name of this particular entry box, and within that you put insert. 0 is because like on the first value, that 0 is by default what you are entering here, and comma 100 is giving you what value you are inserting, and that's what it has been done for all the entry boxes. So tk entry rate 1, this is 10.0 has been entered, and year this has been entered. What you need to understand, this is telling that these are the entry boxes and these are the default value, but you still need to place it inside this particular dialog box, and that's what is getting done by the grid command. So when you are saying amount grid row 2 column 1, so essentially this is row 2 because this is row 0, row 1, row 2, and this is actually the column 1. You need to understand this whole portion is column 0, this whole portion is column 1, and this whole portion is column 2. Also it needs something, otherwise this will try to shrink here. However, if you put geometry, it should not try to shrink, but by default what I have done, I put one level here, one level here, and that's what make it spacious and good looking. So that's how the 3 entry boxes has been put. Now let me show you how do you use these entry boxes. So first of all, you need to understand this calculate is a button. So this is what I am putting, tk enter dot button root, and text is what is visible here, and this foreground white, background is black, and Verdana 11 font. So if you look at this font is slightly bigger than other fonts, and what will happen when you click on this is given by this command compound int, command equal to compound int, and compound int is nothing but a function. In this function, how do you get values from these entry boxes? The command to get that is called get. So amount1 dot get gives the whatever is the value that comes into this particular variable. One care you need to understand here, you cannot use amount underscore 1 because that field is defined. If you use that, it will give you error. So you have to have some name which is not same as this, some different name. So that's how you define 3 variable which takes the value, and after that it's simple stuff that you know for sure. I mean, I'm assuming that you know the basic stuff for sure of how to write a small function. So it is doing, and then what you need to understand, it is actually creating a blank text inside this. So essentially when you hit the button, it is creating a blank text first of all below this, below this particular stuff, and then it is actually putting a label. So text is essentially what you are calculating here, compound interest is this, and here you are putting border width equal to 3 sunken. So essentially it will feel like it is sunken here. The background will be blue and foreground will be white. So essentially when you click on here, this is how it is coming. And it is sunken as if like it is inserted. It is inserted a bit. And that's how it is working. So this is how you created the whole program. So this, to repeat, root is what gives the main page. This is the background of the white color is the image of this whole root, and within that you are placing label, entry boxes, buttons to make it work. I put it this also because this actually helps you a lot, makes it proper, look clean, and within that the value is appearing. Here I'm putting this in column 1, row actually 12 I believe, grid row 12, and that's how it is coming nicely. So this whole thing is done. But one more thing is that, many times you need to give this kind of code to others and you don't want them to download Python and run it like this. So you can make it at exe. How will you make an exe? This is the procedure. So you'll have to essentially go to the Anaconda prompt. Anaconda prompt that comes like this. Let me just show it to you. Essentially when you go here in Anaconda, this is the Anaconda prompt that you need to go, and within that there are you need to first of all install this py installer. Let me show you how the process goes like. So essentially when you'll do, the first thing that you will have to do there, after going to the Anaconda prompt, you'll have to do pip install py installer. It will take its time, but it will install. After that, essentially you need to run the py installer one file window, file py. But you need to better would be that you go to the directory where this file is there. So what essentially I have done here, so if you take a look, I actually did cd and I went to this particular library. So it has gone to that particular library, and then it is py installer one file. This up to this much is pretty much static, and then whatever name you are giving, GUI 2nd Jan 2021.py, this is the file.py is the Python program for which you are try to make the exe, and the exe will come very much the same name. So essentially what it happens, it actually creates 3 folder kind of this, and within this distributed folder you will find that exe. Let me just show it to you. So essentially if you take a look, it created 3 folders, and within this folder the exe file has come. And if you're giving someone this exe, he just can click on this exe, it will open a GUI box and it will run. So essentially in that case, the person has Python or not installed in the machine, it doesn't work. This exe works like an independent code. So that's it from this video. So if you liked what I presented, just hit the like button. I will also suggest you to subscribe to my channel so that you can get to the new videos and understand about get to know about my new videos as soon as I upload it. Thank you so much for watching.